All right, the U.S. on high alert this morning as agencies issue a new warning on the possible terror threat here at home. Writing in a joint bulletin, quote, lone offenders inspired by or reacting to the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict pose the most likely threat to Americans. Here with the reaction, former FBI TEDAC Deputy Director Scott Sweetow. Scott, thanks for joining us this morning. If you wouldn't mind, explain to us what this bulletin is and what effect it causes.
So law enforcement obviously puts out bulletins on a pretty regular basis, but sometimes they get more attention than others. And this is certainly one of those times because we're in the middle of a very hot situation in the Middle East where there have already been actions that have taken place. And law enforcement is concerned that those might pop up here in greater frequency and cause some real problems.
You know, I'm looking at the verbiage, and if this is verbatim, it says lone offenders. I find that interesting because we often hear lone wolf or homegrown or sleeper cell, and I guess this kind of encompasses all of those options?
It does. Lone wolf is really just another way of saying lone offender.
Yeah.
And it's really law enforcement's way of saying that they think it could be individuals maybe as opposed to more organized groups of people.
When we look at our border, the folks that cross, we've had not high-value targets, but people on lists that have been able to cross the border and apprehended. We have to assume there are those that haven't. Is a domestic law enforcement policy like this coordinating with intelligence agencies to intercept any type of communication? It might be a lone offender, but they're coordinating with terrorists overseas. Is that a big part of this as well?
It is, but you have other dimensions too. So certainly we're concerned about the threat that might come from overseas, that might come into the country illegally or already be here through some other mechanism. But in addition to these people that might come from external places, you have these kind of homegrown people who might get spun up and try to launch attacks on their own because they believe in the ideology.
I know the biggest way to deter or detect is to look at verbiage used online, threats, things of that nature. We've sat here for a week and reported on college students celebrating Hamas being absolutely evil, using chants like "from the river to the sea," which essentially means to eradicate Israel. How do you start to dissect when the rhetoric, when the median rhetoric is already that violent? How do you start to dissect who's going too far or who's indicating that they may want to act? Because it seems to me like every person out there chanting those things is a potential lone offender.
Yeah, obviously we have free speech here as Americans, even things that may be repugnant to other people, but where you have to separate the lawful free speech from something that's an indicator of an attack or a threat, that really gets to be difficult because law enforcement has tools where they can lawfully monitor social media, listen to phone calls through court orders, but that's a high bar to get to. So you have to be able to pick out the ones that are real threats from the ones that are just saying awful things.
Lastly, with the last minute we have here, looking at that, do you feel like that without, I guess, being intimately involved at this point, is this bulletin reactionary, precautionary? Should it cause a sense of scare for us, or is this more standard operating procedure for a situation like this?
So it hits elements of all three of those things.
Fair enough.
But I can tell you it absolutely is precautionary because these bulletins, because they come out more often, they risk getting kind of lost in the clutter. So to put out something like this that has very specific information, I think is a way to alert local law enforcement, but also the traveling public that they have to be alert of their surroundings and be aware because attacks are potential.
Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Your insight is invaluable. Obviously, Americans want to stay safe. So thank you very much for being a part of that.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.